Hi. So we talked about how you were feeling this morning and all the different feelings that we feel are okay. Today in our story, we're going to meet somebody who's getting ready to go to school for the first time. His name is Chester, and he's a raccoon. And he's feeling nervous and a little bit scared. This book is called The Kissing Hand, and the author is Audrey Penn. Do you remember what the author is? What does the author do? That's right. The author writes the words of the story. The illustrator of this book is Ruth Harper and Nancy Leake. If they're the illustrator, what did they do? They drew the pictures. The author writes the words. The illustrator draws the pictures. Let's read it together. The Kissing Hand. The Kissing Hand by Audrey Penn. Illustrated by Ruth E. Harper and Nancy M. Leake. The Kissing Hand. Chester Raccoon stood at the edge of the forest and cried, "I don't want to go to school," he told his mother. "I want to stay at home with you. I want to play with my friends and play with my toys and read my books and swing on my swing. Please, may I stay home with you?" Mrs. Raccoon took Chester by the hand and nuzzled him on the ear. "Oh, sometimes we have to do things we don't want to do," she told him gently. "Even if they seem strange or scary at first, but you will love school once you start. You'll make new friends and play with new toys, read new books and swing on new swings. Besides," she added, "I know a wonderful secret that will make your night at school seem as warm and cozy as your days at home." Chester wiped away his tears and looked interested. "A secret? What kind of secret?" "Oh, a very old secret," said Mrs. Raccoon. "I learned it from my mother, and she learned it from hers. It's called the Kissing Hand." "The Kissing Hand?" asked Chester. "What's that?" "I'll show you." Mrs. Raccoon took Chester's left hand and spread open his tiny fingers into a fan. Leaning forward, she kissed Chester right in the middle of his palm. Chester felt his mother's kiss rush from his hand, up his arm, and into his heart. Even his silky black mask tingled with a special warmth. Mrs. Raccoon smiled. "Now," she told Chester, "whenever you feel lonely and you need a little loving from home, just press your hand to your cheek and think, 'Mommy loves you. Mommy loves you. Mommy loves you.' And that very kiss will jump to your face and fill you with toasty, warm thoughts." She took Chester's hand and carefully wrapped his fingers around the kiss. "Now, do be careful not to lose it," she teased him. "But don't worry. When you open your hand and wash your food, I promise the kiss will stick." Chester loved his kissing hand. Now he knew his mother's love would go with him wherever he went, even to school. That night, Chester stood in front of his school and looked thoughtful. Suddenly, he turned to his mother and grinned. "Give me your hand," he told her. Chester took his mother's hand in his own and unfolded her large, familiar fingers into a fan. Next, he leaned forward and kissed the center of her hand. "Now you have a kissing hand too," he told her, and with a gentle goodbye, and "I love you." Chester turned and danced away. Mrs. Raccoon watched Chester scamper across a tree limb and enter school. And as the hoot owl rang in the new school year, she pressed her left hand to her cheek and smiled. The warmth of Chester's kiss filled her heart with special words. Chester loves you. Chester loves you. Chester found that he did like school after all. And on the last page of our book, it shows us a way that you can say, "I love you" with just your hands. Put your hand all the way up, like when Chester's mother put the kiss in the middle of his hand, and fold down these two fingers. This is a way to say, "I love you." Now, when you come to school in our classroom, you might spend some time in our book center. In our book center, one of the things that we have there, besides lots and lots of books, is we have puppets. So we might have a puppet to be Mrs. Raccoon. And we might have a puppet to be Chester. How would you have them tell the story? What was Chester getting ready to do? Chester was getting ready for his first day of school. How was he feeling? He was feeling a little bit sad. But Chester's mother said that he would have a lot of fun at school. And Chester said, "No, I'm scared. I don't know that I want to go." And Chester's mommy showed him how she could take his hand and put a kiss right in the middle so that he could take it and feel her love all day long. When you come to our classroom, you'll get to use these puppets or other puppets to tell stories or make up your own. We do have some rules when we use puppets. We don't throw them. We don't make them fight. We use them on our hands and we tell stories with them. And when we're finished, we have to put them back. Let's see where our puppets go in our book center. This is our book center. We have a felt board, different places to read, and lots of books, and always a place for puppets. Chester found lots of things that he likes to do at school, and I bet you will too. We have a little book we're going to use today called Chester Loves School. Let's see if we can read it together. Chester loves the backpack. Do you see that the pictures and the words fit together? Chester loves the backpack. Chester loves the scissors. Chester loves the crayon. Chester loves the teacher. Chester loves the school. Chester loves the pencil. Chester loves the glue. We're going to do it again with some sentence strips, and this time I want you to help me read it. This time I want you to say the words as I point to them. Chester loves the pencil. Chester loves the backpack. Chester loves the glue. Chester loves the crayon? Chester loves the school. Chester loves the teacher. That's our sentence. Do you see how every word is a separate card? How many words are in this sentence? We have 4 words in this sentence. What's the first word? The first word is Chester. What's the last word in this sentence? The last word is teacher. We've seen this word every time. What could it be? Loves. Chester loves the teacher. What could that word be? The. Good job. Now you're going to have your own book that tells the same story. Chester loves school. And what I want you to do is have a grown-up read this with you. And as you read, I want you to point to each word. Remember that letters come together to make a word, and the words come together to make a sentence. And the sentences tell us a thought. So Chester loves the pencil. As your grown-up reads, I want you to take your pointer finger and point to each word as your grown-up says it. After a couple times, I bet you'll be able to do the reading. Also go through and color the pictures. Remember to color carefully. And tomorrow, you won't see me on the computer. So tomorrow, I want you to get your book out again, practice reading and pointing, and take your pencil tomorrow and practice tracing the words.